Good day everyone, I am Miss Rizal Bongkawil and I am going to report about the business development concept. So, understanding the concept of business development. So, usually, our businessmen and consultants are concerned about in the development of their business. Yeah, it's their responsibility to think and be concerned about their business development. So, usually references are made concerning different terms and theories which are broadly related in business development. So, business development can be defined as establishing their long-term values in any organization with the help of the customers, markets, and relationship. There are many different tasks and processes which are implemented, which is the question of business development. So, these four are being integrated in order to achieve the business development. First is the long-term values, second is the markets, next is the customers, and lastly is the relationship. So let us consider the different terms of this definition in detail. So let's define what is long-term values. So when we say long-term values, it is usually for any business is ultimately the cash or the money which is the lifeblood of the business. So money is really involved when we talk about business. How can we start business without money? So therefore, it is really much needed that the money or the capital of the business is included. So its prime task is to maintain and to be consistent in the business. So next is customers. The concept of customers is undoubtedly simple. These are people who give your business money while paying for your products and service in return. So without customers, there is no business at all. Because if there is business, of course, there are also a lot of customers who are relevant in your business. The word markets, next is the market. The word market is in the definition because your customers live in related and specific markets. So when we say markets, is the location where your business should establish. Therefore, we have to establish our business by choosing a relevant location in relevant customers. That is the concept of the markets. The specific location, the best location we have to choose. So next is the relationship. The foundation of business is led by strong relationship. If we have our business, we should have our strong relationship with our customers. So we have to respect, give our trust to them as a businesswoman or entrepreneurs should give their trust to their customers or even their stakeholders. So that's the so long-term values, customers, markets, and relationship. Those are the things that we have to establish or implement in order to achieve business development.
Hi everyone, my name is Cristelyn Coyme Cañales, the reporter of the day. So today, let's talk about the business concept of business law that entrepreneurs should know. Small business must ensure that they understand the legal consequences of conducting business in certain states or countries. With the help of the internet, it is easy to do business with anyone throughout the world. It is always good to understand the local rules or regulations of doing business in different parts of the world. To those who has a small business, they must ensure that they review and study the local rules and regulations in any country and they plan to do business in. So the most important aspect of being successful business owner is that one must have a great general understanding of business law. You have to understand the basic concept of business law to to even start a business. So there are 7 basic concepts of business law that any entrepreneur should understand. Basic concept is intellectual property. Intellectual property is any idea that one comes up with to develop products and services that will be offered to customers for sale and will generate income for the individual. Intellectual property includes business ideas, products, services, inventions, trade names, and trademarks. Businesses must ensure that they do everything to protect their intellectual property from being stolen or infringed upon by third parties. The best ways that an entrepreneur can protect their intellectual property is by filing requests for patents, copyrights, or trademark with their local government to protect their intellectual property. The second concept is business agreements or contract required. The main functions of a contract is that it is a set of promises or a single promise that is enforceable by law. The two components of any agreement is offer and acceptance. The offer is the first step in the contract process because it is the term lined out in the agreement. The person who makes the offer is called the offeror, and the person that the offer is made is called the offeree. The third one was the product of liability. Product liability is when a business is sued by a customer for a defective product that causes loss or harm to the consumer. The fourth one is negotiable instruments. Negotiable instruments are also known as commercial paper and is a substitute form of payment besides actual money. Here are different types of negotiable instruments or commercial paper. The first is promissory note. This is a promise to pay money. Second one is certificates of deposits. This is a note that is given to a customer by the bank to show that the customer has deposited money into the bank. The fifth one is sales contracts. Sales contracts normally involve the sale of goods, which involves ownerships of tangible personal property being transferred in lieu of money, services, of other goods. The sixth one is, are partners of the small businesses legally liable? When it comes to a limited liability partnerships, normally the primary partner will be held personally liable for business defects of the partnerships. The next one is, what are the rights, obligations, and liabilities of shareholders and corporations? A shareholders can be held personally liable for cooperative debts if they receive any corporation distributions or dividends in an illegal manner that they had no knowledge of. A shareholder can be held personally liable for corporations debts in the following ways. First is incorporating the businesses in defective way. Second, in some states, shareholders will held personally liable for any wages that are owed to employees of the company. That's all. Thank you for your time to listen.
So good day everyone, my name is Nicole Jan Tejano, and together with Sweetzel Martunia, we will going to present to you the legal considerations in putting up a new business. According to the article published by Small Business Rainmaker on Wednesday, April 10, 2019, there are 7 legal considerations to prioritize when starting up a new business.
Good day, everyone. Again, I am Sutsa Martunya, and I am the one who is assigned to discuss the 4 out of 7 legal considerations. But before that, let us first know what is legal considerations. Legal considerations refers to the exchange of two or more things of value in a legally binding contract. Typically, money or currency is exchanged for some type of goods or services in these contracts. In order for any contracts to be valid, it must have considerations. So now, let's proceed to the 7 legal considerations. The first legal consideration is the legal structure of your business. This consideration is one of the many important decisions which a businessman need to decide and analyze in starting a business, considering the legal status or structure of your company, and the local, state, and federal ways. Choosing legal structure will affect how you run your business. It will also have implications on how you pay your taxes and keep your accounts. There are 5 types of business structures. First is the sole partnership, in which sole partnership is the simplest form of business entity. With a sole partnership, one person is responsible for all a company's profit and debts. Second is the partnership. This entity is owned by 2 or more individuals. According to Sweeney, this entity is ideal for anyone who wants to go into business with a family member, friends, or business partners, like running a restaurant or agency together. Third is the limited liability company or LLC. This entity is a hybrid structure that allows owners, partners, or shareholders to limit their personal liabilities while enjoying the tax and flexibility benefits of a partnership. Next is the corporation. This entity separate from its owners. It has its own legal rights independent of its owners. It can sue, be sued, and own and sell property and sell the rights of ownership in the form of stocks. Lastly is the cooperative. A cooperative is owned by the same people. It serves its offerings benefits the company's members, also called user owners, who vote on the organization's mission and direction and share profits. So that's the 5 types of business structures under the legal structure of your business. So now let's proceed to the second legal consideration, the trademark. A trademark can be a symbol, logo, word, slogan, or a name you register to your company. It protects your image and ensures that other businesses don't infringe on your intellectual property, which means you will be the only one in the whole country able to sell products and other services with that name you register. Next is the third legal consideration, the licenses. Licenses is the general form of granting permission to do something or use something, especially in having a business. You will need several types of licenses or permits before you can open your business. The number of licenses your business will require will depend on the kind of establishment you want it to be. At the very least, you will need a business license, trading license, and a sales tax permit. For example, if you are planning to open a restaurant or catering company, you will have to register with the local governing body for food standards and health and safety oversight. And if you plan to provide entertainment in your establishment, you will also need to get the relevant permits for music and entertainment. And of course, it is best to do some additional research and contact relevant local government agencies to learn more about the specific licenses you will need to legally run your business. So now let's proceed for the fourth legal considerations, the zoning laws. Zoning laws is the location or the area in which your establishment or office will be located, considering the properly zoned type of area where you plan to locate your business. So, if you are still looking for a good location for your shop, establishment, or office, you have to make sure that the area you are seeing is properly zoned for the type of business you plan to operate. Again, do some research or ask local government bodies to be certain that you can open your business in that area. So I guess I already done my part of this report. For the 5th to 7 legal considerations, my partner Nicole Chantihano will continue the discussion.
Thank you, Ms. Martunia. Now, for our 5th legal consideration, we have the relevant health and safety laws. As a business owner, you will have to assume several important health and safety responsibilities. This includes ensuring that your employees work in a safe, healthy environment. You also have the duty to look after the well-being of anyone, including clients and visitors, inside and outside or near your business premises. It is highly recommended that you carry out a risk assessment to help identify the risks posed to individuals by your business activities. You then have to mitigate these risks of hazards as much as possible. This may include changing some standard operating procedures and removing some fixtures to ensure that employees and members of the public are safe. Next, we have insurance. Most business zones require all businesses that employ a number of workers to get employer's liability insurance. But aside from being a legal requirement, when you have sufficient coverage, you will avoid incurring fines every day that you are uninsured. You also avoid leaving yourself vulnerable to compensation claims from employees and visitors who may get injured or sick while they are in your premises. Also, aside from employer's liability insurance, you may want to consider investing in public liability or professional indemnity as well. These types of coverage will help protect your business from compensation claims if something goes away. Lastly, we have confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement. If you will be working with a bank or other partners for business financing or entering into contracts with suppliers, make sure you have the right confidentiality and non-disclosure agreements. These parties will have access to business information that you may want to keep private, and such you should consider preparing these contracts. Make sure your partners and suppliers sign them as well. Knowing which laws apply to your new business is something that is also important if you want to open a company overseas. If you want to expand globally, make it a priority to consult a trusted corporate law firm to guide you every legal step of the way. So that is all for our report. Thank you for listening and hope you learned something. Bye!